Welcome back for another Fear Street review. I am your co-host Sheree, and I am here today to talk to you about Night Shift, the new one, not the old school 80s joint, but the one that just hit VOD last month-ish. There could be spoilers. I don't know me. You don't know me. So if you would like to watch the movie and then come back and see what I say, I respect that. That's how I operate too. Because again, there may or may not be spoilers. I won't know till I get there because that's what my brain and my mouth do, not communicate. The synopsis for Night Shift is: while working her first night shift at a remote motel, a young woman suspects she's being followed by a dangerous character from her past. As the night progresses, things get even worse when she starts to think the place might be haunted. They said may be haunted, but I'm from the Midwest, and so I took a little liberation. So Night Shift is a cute little movie. She's under 90 minutes, so it's hard to be mad at her for anything. She's got some charm. She's definitely angling for a horror comedy, and I am a newer fan of the horror comedies, and so like I'm probably not the best audience for it, but I see the charm. I see the appeal. I see where if I watched with other people, they would have leaned in. Lamorne Morris is, as usual, the MVP. I I appreciate seeing him in the genre because, like, yeah, he just did Fargo, but that was then and this is now. I think that he is definitely our strongest actor in this one. And it's a tight-knit movie, so I don't think there's 8 people in the cast. I didn't do a head count. But I would say he's definitely the strongest. And I think that the parts he gets to sort of like help us not figure out. He doesn't help us figure out anything. He's helping set the atmosphere and helping us sort of get an idea of what we're getting into, maybe possibly. I think is fun. It goes on a little bit long, that act though. But I still have fun. I also do enjoy a small cast, one location, tight little movie. Like we have so many movies that are 3 hours and there's 80 people and I don't know any of the characters. This one, it was hard to not know who was who and who was where. Which does not help with how predictable it is. Because it's predictable, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I immediately didn't trust somebody on site, and so I wasn't surprised where some people who weren't paying attention might be like, "Ooh, twist." I was like, "Yeah, that's who did it all. This is the person who's responsible." Yes. I don't want to ruin too much because I feel like that is dangerously close to spoiler territory. Because again, this movie. It has some misdirection. So you don't know if it's a haunting, if it's a stalker. We have an unreliable narrator, unreliable protagonist. I know my words. And it's a lot of things if you are a trusting soul, which I am not, that might sway you or like lose you. But I was like, no, because I am a ruiner. And so when I was right, I was like, yeah. I think that one of the things that I really appreciate about this movie is that it told the story it wanted to tell and got the fuck out. Again, if you have something that's going to be predictable, and you have something that's going to be like light and fun, you don't want it to be an epic. You want it to be just enough for people to be like, I'm not mad at it. It's a nice little palate cleanser between all the blood, guts, and ass, to borrow from Girl That's Scary. If you want something light and easy, if you want something that you can sort of put on and appreciate while you're doing other things, or something just for the group when you know you have people who are afraid of things, they can fucks with this because like the ghostly things are not as terrifying as some of the other things that they might be assuming when you say let's put on a scary movie, if that makes sense. I think it's a nice little chill night movie. Yeah. Again, she's on VOD. So if you've seen her or if you've not seen her, you could rent her because like we should support indie movies, especially when they are doing something and it's at least watchable because I think it is a good movie. I think it's just not life-changing. And I think it's okay to be good. I think that good is more than fine because a lot of us don't get to good. Were those sentences? Maybe. Were they words? Definitely. That's where I'm standing at this morning. I think that we have enough atmosphere. We have enough of the seedy motel vibe, and we get the fact that we are isolated. We have a couple of jokes about the isolation and about how we have only the one restaurant in town. I think that it's a nice little fun, claustrophobic, cute, whimsical little movie. She's also got some really nice color palettes. I don't want to give anything away, but like at the end, we know that we are in a new era. And I thought that was kind of cool to see a completely different situation. Because again, I don't want to ruin things, but also I did warn you about spoilers, and I don't know what dance we're doing because I don't know all of you. But that's what I know about this movie. If you want something a little predictable, you want something a little bit light, you want something a little bit fun, she's your girl. I would give her 3 drinks. Again, I'm not mad at her. I watched her twice to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I didn't complain either time. She's a nice little movie. And I know people who might be into this, and I'm definitely going to recommend that they rent it because, again, we need to support original ideas instead of complaining about not having original ideas. So yeah, if you like or love this movie, let us know in the comments. If you disagree, fight Trentington. I'll have him check the YouTube just for you. We want to send a thanks to our friends at Submersive Media and the China Brothers themselves for getting us this screener. We're an indie podcast, so we don't have a lot of money to go around buying everybody's movie as much as we would love to. Also, we're in 2 different locations, so that's really not practical. So we depend on the kindness of strangers who give us access to things so we can review them for the peoples and for ourselves because we're a little bit selfish. Yeah. That's what I know about that. Have a good whatever day of the week it is, and stay fierce out there. Bye.